what book of the Bible most impacted you in your life and why?
I could literally do like a whole series on this, but it's not really the most, but something definitely that helped in the workforce, and that's Genesis, kind of the tail end when it starts talking about Joseph, because Joseph, no matter what situation he was put in, Joseph was still had the favor of God and was successful. When he was thrown into Potiphar's house, well, bought into Potiphar's house, he started to work, was successful, had the favor of the Lord. Potiphar saw that the favor of the Lord was on him and then promoted him. And then when he ended up in the prison, same thing happened. Started working, was successful, favor of the Lord was on him. They saw the favor of the Lord was on him and promoted him. And then he eventually ended up in front of Pharaoh, ended up ruling over Egypt, prophecy fulfilled of that dream he had before. Now, so I took that into my work career when I started back way back in 2008. I said, you know what, no matter what position I have, even if it's the minimum wage level entry job, I'm going to have a work ethic. I'm going to be very successful, and I'm going to have the favor of the Lord in my life. And how did people see that the Lord was on me? Galatians 5. Let's go there. Fruit of the Spirit. I walked in the Spirit and not in the flesh. Now, I'm not perfect. I can't say there weren't times that my flesh came up, but even if I made a mistake, I still had accountability and the responsibility to go to my managers, and I would let them know, hey, this is where I messed up. How can we move forward? How can we resolve this? Blah, 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 blah. They loved that I was a person looking at the fruit of spirits of love, of joy, peace, self-control. I wasn't bringing drama. I wasn't bringing chaos to the job. I was a person of integrity, just joy, integrity, and accountability. Companies will love you, managers will love you, bosses will love you. And ever since then, I've never had a job where I did not have favor with management, where I didn't eventually get offered a promotion or a raise or whatever else. Every job situation I had, I always had that. Even in times, I know you might think, well, what about when people come against you and lie on you and everything else? Well, let's go back to Genesis. Let's look at Joseph. Potiphar's wife lied on him. He was an innocent man. He was an innocent man, was thrown in prison. He could have had a chip on his shoulder. He did not. He still continued to have a good work ethic, and the favor of the Lord was on him, and people saw that. He could have been like, you know what, God, my dream ain't come to pass. Here I am in prison. I was a slave, and now I'm in prison over something that I ain't even do. He could have been mad at God, but he wasn't. Sometimes when things don't turn out the way that we want, we always want to blame God. But we don't even know that sometimes God may just be still having us on the path to getting in front of Pharaoh. So no matter where I was, no matter what happened, I kept my integrity. I kept working hard, and I kept on trying to walk in the spirit and not fulfilling the lust of the flesh.